Hello, Bible readers. It's Friday, April 16th. We're reading from Zephaniah and Colossians, starting two new books today. Zephaniah is the ninth of the minor prophets. Of course, there's 12 of those, a pretty symbolic, significantly symbolic number in the Old Testament. These 12 minor prophets are also called the Book of the 12. Very clever, right? That's Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. Those are the 12 minor prophets. Isaiah, Jeremiah, they're the major prophets, right? Daniel is its own thing. So starting with Hosea, going to the end, Malachi, those are your 12, the book of the 12. Zephaniah, just 3 chapters of oracles or sermons. They're from the late 7th century BC. Zephaniah's ministry happens during Josiah's reign, which, having read, this is why I like reading the Bible this way, where it's kind of in order chronologically. Having just read about Josiah in Kings and Chronicles, now we have a sense for the context that Zephaniah is speaking into. Because when I say Zephaniah was a prophet from 640 to 609 BC during the reign of Josiah, I don't know that that would be helpful to me to read through the prophets and be like, oh yeah, now this one applies to Josiah's reign, and this one is Hezekiah's, and this one was prophet. So Josiah's reign, the reforming king, first one since Manasseh, his second half of his reign, that's when Zephaniah is talking. From what Zephaniah says and how he says it, it seems like Zephaniah is a Jerusalemite, so one who is of the city very much, with deep connections to the temple and to the royal family. Basically, he calls out the coming day of the Lord as judgment and salvation. Familiar themes. So we've heard other prophets talk like this before. Zephaniah seems to be offering prophetic weight to Josiah's reforms. Idolatry, adopting foreign ways, foreign dress, foreign customs. These are all prohibited under Josiah's reign. And Zephaniah would be that kind of religious backup, adding some gravitas to what Josiah is, politically directing. Okay, Colossians. We've left Paul's letters, and with Colossians, we're entering a new genre, a new kind of thing, and that is a Pauline letter. So there are letters of Paul, and then there are Pauline letters. Now, this bothers some to read a letter that claims Paul authorship, and in this case, Timothy too, but much like 2nd Isaiah, is likely not written by the same person who writes the first 39 chapters of Isaiah, who is probably Isaiah. Colossians uses Paul's name to invoke a certain level of credibility, but also a certain school of thought, you could say. So for someone to write a Pauline letter, it's kind of like they're a disciple of Paul, not that they're worshiping him, but that they are following his legacy, continuing his way of thinking. And so in this case, Colossians furthers a discussion about union with Christ, reconciliation between God and God's people. It includes a household code, the first of its kind. I chose long ago to leave authorship behind as a topic that was really going to churn me up. I'm more interested in what does it say. The Holy Spirit can inspire Paul and others. It doesn't have to just be Paul. The question that Colossians experts ask is, what poor teaching provoked the writer to create this letter? What was going on? And so academics love to wonder. Maybe one of the better guesses is maybe it's like magic and folk religion. That's the kind of idolatry and superstition that Colossians may be addressing, because wisdom and grace are the topics that Colossians really puts forward. That would fly in the face of magic and works. There's wisdom, not magic. There's grace, not saying the right words or doing the right thing on the right day. Last thing, is chapter 1, verses 15 to 20, is that the oldest hymn in the New Testament? Many think so, that it's that's a hymn, and that we're reading something that would have been sung long ago. I am one with my God. My God is with us, all of us, at all times and in all places.